Okay guys, here's the reveal. I've purchased a YT mountain bike. It's called an IZZO, IZZO. You can only buy these YTs from Consumer Direct. They don't sell them at the store. So you pay, you have to go online, you fill out an account, and then you get to buy one. Sorry, I'm just really excited about this, and it's been a little too long of a wait for me. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna unbox it for you and put it all together for you. I've seen lots of a lot of people do this, and they kind of skip a few steps on this bike, so I wanted to give it some justice and show you how I would do it. So I did cheat a little bit. I took the straps off the sides, was holding the top down, and like everybody else, I pulled out the manuals and read the manuals. So that's one of the first steps it tells you to do. And so here we go. I got the muck off grease all ready for the axles, and anything that has to be lubricated up, I did it. So I just wanted to get you ready for it all, so that you can see how I'm going to do this. All right. Obviously, it's going to say "Welcome to the family" on the box. Alright, so inside the box here is going to have a few things. First, it's going to have a little cover that's going to protect the front handlebar and the front wheel and the stem and all that. So we're going to put that to the side. It also has a box that says "Me First." In the box, it contains everything you can build the bike with. So it comes with a shock pump, a torque wrench, and all the bits and pieces in there. And this is obviously going to be for your pedal wrench or your axle wrench. And inside that is all your other pieces that you're going to need to build the bikes as well. So let's show you this up close so everybody can see that. We're just going to put that on the workbench for now. Here it has your another manual. You can go tubeless. It's got a tubeless setup for it, because so in there has your tubeless setup for it. It contains all your information on your DT Swiss. It has your dorky disc cover on there for your cassette, and everybody knows what a dork disc is. And then all your other bits and pieces about how to set up your shifters with SRAM. And I've used SRAM, so I'm very familiar with the SRAM setup, how it works. But we're going to keep that all in the bag for you. set that aside. What else is in the box? Everything's a treasure. So everything else is in the box. You're gonna have your pedals, all your reflectors, which we're not gonna install. And then in here is spacers, clamps, and bolts that you're gonna need for the headset. All right, and we're gonna set those aside for now, because we're gonna use those. So what they tell you to do is you lift out the tires first. I bought a 29, obviously it's a 29-inch wheels, DT Swiss hubs with the SRAM package and the big brake package on it too. It's gonna have the big rotors on it. So we're gonna put those aside for a brief moment. Now they say you can build the whole bike with it on, with all the packaging. Parts of the packaging that are on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carefully set this out in front of you. I'm just gonna move the camera back. One sec here. Okay. Your standard packaging. Everything's all here. There's even a little order slip in the pre-package material. This is all there. It says extra large. I ordered an extra large. It comes with all your checklists, frame, suspension, cockpit, brake adjustment. It's all been done. So let me show that to you. There you go. We're going to keep all of this because it says keep all your contents of the whole packaging, because if you wanted to package it back up and say for instance you want to travel with it, you can do that too. So we start by taking off the frame package. I'm going to slide everything back in that box. Sorry, I'm a little excited. I'm inspecting the bike along with unveiling it to you guys as well. Just to make sure that there's no problems with it. Not that I expect any problems with it, but if there was, you know, we want to catch them right away. Well protected, well shipped. Well, nice bike. I do, however, want to say that my friend has two YTs. One's a Jeffsy, one's a Capra YT. So jealous. He was the one that pointed out that this bike was available on YT, because everything's sold out, by the way. You can't buy nothing. But he knew that he knew that I'm in the market for a new bike, and this bike fits the bill for me right away. It is for me one of the better cross country bikes I'm getting. Well, it's a trail bike, not a cross country bike. Sorry, and it's a trail bike, so it's gonna fit all my needs. I'm just gonna find I have a nice set of wire cutters that I use. Got a little red pair here. They're nice and sharp. I just want to cut off some of the zip ties with it. What I see on the pedals and some of the items that are on the bike holding it together. So everything that you unpack, you gotta be careful with. So, like I said, as you unpack this, you're being mindful that you're still looking for any issues and problems. Sweet bike. Ever since my friend got his YTs, I've been super envious of him, that's for sure. So they say you can leave this with that cardboard box on there like that, on the back and the front, but I do have a work stand, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to unthread the headset, put the bars on, and then spin up the seat, or adjust the seat on it, raise it up so I can put it in the seat, put it and clamp it onto my work stand. Sorry if I'm being quiet, I'm just raising up the seat here off the clamp. That way you guys can get a better view of it, and I'll do it up close and personal with it, and I'll give you some more details of it in a second here. So just give me a second. I'm just gonna put it in the stand here. All right. Okay. Here we go. Reverse the camera for you. All right, so this is the IZZO comp. This is full carbon fiber. So they're claiming it's 28 pounds. I'm not gonna argue with that, but it's they call it the Black Magic. That's the paint, which is not bad. I'm not gonna argue with that. It comes with the NX RAM, 32 front chainring with a 1050 on the back. And then you got SRAM brakes, reverse shock, 130 mil shock on it, reverse shock. And with the shut off, it's on the handlebars right now. I'm gonna spin them up and get them ready for you to look at that. So we're gonna finish unpacking all the rest here. I'm not gonna do it one-handed, but I'm just trying to give you an example how this thing comes in. It comes, it doesn't even come bolted to the frame at all. So you can see that. There's the dropout for the hanger. So everything's been all neat and tidy. Even comes with a brake boost, a brake piece too, so nobody will squeeze the brakes, and the brakes will. It comes with a brake block. Can't pronounce it. Sorry, I'm so excited. But yeah, just get some of this stuff off here. Just wanted to show you. Fox 34 in the front, 130 millimeters front and back. So yeah, I don't know where to set you. What I'm going to do now is spin off that front stem, put the handlebars on for you, so you can see how that goes. This bike has a unique rear shock shut off on it. Obviously, I've done a little research on this bike, so I kind of, you have to learn all the little gadgets and all the little tricks and trades of it before you start. So as you can see right here on the handlebar, sorry it's a little farther away right now. I'll get a close up right here as soon as I put the bar on. Comes with a race face stem and bar. Anyway. This is nice. Super excited. So I'm kind of lost for words a little bit for you guys right now. I too appreciate you watching though, and subscribing and liking. But this is one of the biggest steps I'm going to make for my channel, and I wanted to unveil this for you because this is going to change a lot of my riding than what I was doing before. It's much more capable bike, I could say. It's it's gonna fit the bill. Most people like the big, longer suspension bikes, and for me, I don't need much more travel than this, that's for sure. Because I'm not a big jump style guy, I do film other people jumping and carrying on, having fun, but I guess you could say I'm past due on that part. So I'll bring you closer here, and you can have a look at the bars, and so in the cockpit you can call it. So here's that they've got a grip shift style lock for the rear shock for this bike. So you click it on, and then you click it off for it. There we go. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm just I'm not gonna adjust everything right away for you guys. I'll leave you all that boring detail, and I just wanted to build most of it for you, so you can see what it's gonna look like. Comes with the axles already in the position for you. Yeah. So we're getting there. I'll leave all the little plastics on for you and stuff like that. I'll build up put the wheels on for you, put the derailleur on for you. You can see all that stuff. Comes with a package stem. Has all the details of it on the top. It'll say IZZO Comp 29 extra large. So I bought an extra large frame. So yeah. So now what I'll do now is I'm gonna get the derailleur all ready for you. Pretty much everything's standard on a bike nowadays, like the axle on a bike. Get this all set up here. It's already pre-greased, the derailleur, you can see. Got the drop seats, I'm so nervous. And the derailleur's already been set up. Well, part of it. Yeah. So it has the lockout, because that's what SRAM does. It has the full lockout on it. We'll get rid of the elastics here. And I'll start unpacking the rims for you. So these have a very strong zip tie holding them together. That one, these ones are a little smaller. Should be able to pop these off. Yep. got the rear axle already out of it, so we're gonna throw that in, show you all that, and we just get a quick exam. Make sure everything's nice and tight, as it should be. There's actually air in the tires. Wow. And there's tubes. Like I said, it comes with a tubeless setup, and they are tubeless ready, the rims and tires on this bike. But yeah. So that was our first step. We've already got our derailleur ready. So I'll spin you around here. We're going to throw our little Shimano block over here. All right, little keeper, brake keeper. Pro tip for you guys, make sure it's all the way down the bottom, which it is. Forgot to check that. That meaning, in my other tutorials, I've already explained that it has to be on the rear, on the last gear, so that everything lines up, and they've done their due diligence too and left it at the bottom. So these ones have a little, if you're not familiar with the DT Swiss ones, you can pop out the end and you can slide your lever arm to be wherever direction you want it. And that's right here. These styles, they just pop out and you can turn them, right? Boom. That's what I was talking about. Alright, so we're going to release the derailleur, which releases the pin. We'll set up our chain right here. Give it its first pedal. Woo! Now there's a sound that my friend's not going to like. I quite enjoy the really long, really loud cassette on these. That's awesome. So there's your first spin of your. Now we're going to move on to the front wheel, and we're almost finished here. I don't want to bore you with any of the other details of all the bike setup and all that. So I'm gonna sorry. There we go. I have my vertical light on here. It adds better lighting. I'm not sure if it does or not, but I can sort of see better. Getting old sucks. Just want to say. Okay. Now the other one here. There we go. Now these you do not throw away. When you're servicing your bike and you got the front wheel and back wheel off, you slam these inside your brakes, and if somebody, you know, has to take the time and squeeze your brakes, because they always do, these would stop it from blowing past, and you squeeze the pistons together, and now next thing you know, you're wedging them apart with a flat screwdriver. So this prevents that. Don't throw them away. Pro tip for you. And like the back wheel, this wheel has air too. a little bit, but I wouldn't ride around on it. But so this axle is already pre-greased. Everything is ready to go. It even says Fox on it, which is really cool. So I'm gonna load this up on here, line it up to the front brakes, bring her in place. And just slide this up here, lock it in here, and away you go. So now, slide this around here for you. Sorry, I don't mean to be showing my face off to you, but not that you need to see me. You're here for the bike, not me. Goofy old fart that I am. Here it is. Now, this is the 2020 model. I did not get the 2021 model. But here it is, guys. Enjoy. And that's the unboxing. You get to see the whole setup. I didn't put the pedals on, obviously, and I didn't set the cockpit up for you, but that's going to be a preference for mine. I just threw it on there the way it went, and I didn't set up the seat and all that stuff. But we don't have to unpackage that because we're not going to sit on it right now. We will eventually later on tonight. So enjoy. And thank you for following along, and thank you for subscribing and liking. I appreciate it. And you guys have a good night, good day, or whenever you watch this, okay? So thanks again.